Hi, I have more express analysis from you from the FIDE Rapid tournament in Saudi Arabia. Again, we have Magnus Carlsen, this time with the white pieces against former FIDE world champion Rustam Kazimdzhanov from Uzbekistan. And we have Carlsen with white, and he opens with e4 this time. Kazimdzhanov goes for the Sicilian, knight f3, e6. And after d4 takes, knight takes, knight c6, we have the Taimanov Sicilian, which is quite popular when these top guys play the Sicilian. Seems like it's either Najdorf or the Taimanov. And now an aggressive move by Carlsen. He plays g4. I've rarely seen this move, so perhaps this is something he had prepared for this tournament. a6. And h4, immediately starting a pawn storm on the king side. Kazimdzhanov played b5, ignoring the king side, and now knight takes c6. D takes c6, and if you remember the game from the first round, Carlsen against Bu, you remember Carlsen played the English, and he had the same formation with colors reversed, with d takes c6. So let's see how he plays against it himself. Of course, the pieces are differently placed. We see queen f3 from Carlsen. And e5, yeah, is the logical move here. And that's what Kazimdzhanov played. g5 by Carlsen. And this takes away the logical development square of this knight. So black has some problems with his development, although he has a very solid structure. We should mention all that white is very close to finishing development. Most likely he will castle queenside. We saw bishop e6 from Kazimdzhanov, and now bishop h3. So perhaps this makes bishop e6 somewhat questionable, as black has to lose time here capturing on h3, and this effectively means that white gained the tempo. But now the bishop comes out, bishop to c5. Carlsen plays bishop d2, and black castles. Carlsen castles as well. Now we see that white has finished his development, but black still has to take care of these problem pieces here. The main problem is that the knight can't go to e7 because queen takes f7. So little shades of alpha 0 here in Carlsen's play, playing against black's pieces. We saw f6 from Kazimdzhanov, h5 by Carlsen, an exchange on g5, and then a rook exchange on d1. Still, there are some problems to develop, and Kazimdzhanov didn't solve them on his next move. He played queen d7, queen b3 by Carlsen, putting the queen on a slightly better diagonal, and also preparing to bring the rook to the d file. So the question is now, should we develop? Yes, Kazimdzhanov tries to develop his knight to f6, but now rook to d3, and black is very close to equality, but Carlsen somehow keeps up the pressure. Perhaps queen e7 was a better move here, trying to keep everything solid. Yeah, this might be where things start to go wrong. Carlsen retreated, but this also exchanged a good defender of the black king position. Knight takes e3, comes into the game with tempo. And here Kazimdzhanov took a pawn on e4. And this is one pawn too many. The queen enters with queen e6. King b8, now h6. Undermining this knight and threatening h takes g7 simply, and this is very difficult to meet. Kazimdzhanov found queen h1 check, but this is not enough. You get the pawn, but your pieces are out of play. And after queen takes c6, Kazimdzhanov actually resigned, and it turns out it's not so easy to find a move here for black. White is threatening to simply gobble up everything with check and to bring the rook. So one might think we could try knight h5 just to challenge the queen, but then the rook will enter the fray. We will attack the queen. The queen will not have a good square, and if you try to keep your own queen, we're just gonna check, check, checkmate, and even rook d7 might work with this threat, which I don't see any defense to. So yeah, it's hard to find any other moves. Like rook c8, there's just queen b6, and we can start gobbling up the pawns and then bring the rook. If you go to the a file, for instance, I can already bring the rook here, rook d6. I'm threatening this. You can give a spy check here, but I will interpose a knight, and you're gonna you're not gonna be able to defend. You can defend the mate, but after this I will win your queen. That's all she wrote. So a nice win by Carlsen, which moves him on to 3.5 and keeps him firmly in contention in this otherwise exciting tournament. So 5 rounds each day. Today we had day 1 of competition, and we will follow up with days 2 and 3 and then the Blitz tournament. But that's it for now. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.